Hey guys, it's Miss Gianna here, and I just want to start this video off by congratulating all of you guys for making it to summer break. That is so exciting, especially with the past couple of months that we've had. I know it's been crazy and tough on you guys, so I'm just so happy that we've all made it to the end and now we're on summer break, so congratulations. For this video, I thought it would be kind of fun to start a chapter book now that we're on summer break. So I picked this book called Stage Fright on a Summer Night, so I thought it would be perfect. It's a Magic Treehouse book, and I'm just going to read a couple chapters today, and then you guys can follow along with me, and in my next video I'll continue and pick up where we left off. So let's get started. So again, it's called Stage Fright on a Summer Night. Chapter 1, Special Magic. Jack and Annie sat on their porch. Lightning bugs blinked in the warm summer twilight. "Wow, a shooting star," said Annie, pointing at the sky. Jack looked up just in time to see a streak of light flash through the sky. The light hovered above the Frog Creek woods, then it disappeared into the treetops. Jack caught his breath. He turned to Annie. "That was no shooting star," he said. "Right?" she said. They jumped up. Jack grabbed his backpack from inside the front hall. "Dad, Mom, can we go out?" he called. "We'll be back soon." 10 minutes, no more, their mom said. "Okay," said Jack. He closed the door. "Let's go, hurry." He and Annie ran across their yard. They ran down the street. They ran into the woods. They ran until they came to the tallest oak. They looked up. "Yep," said Annie. Jack just smiled. He was too happy for words. "That's our shooting star," said Annie. "The magic treehouse." She grabbed the rope ladder and started up. Jack followed. When they climbed inside the treehouse, they both gasped. A beautiful woman with long white hair stood in the shadowy corner. "Hello, Jack and Annie," said Morgan Le Fay. "Morgan!" Jack and Annie cried. They threw their arms around her. "Why are you here?" said Annie. "What do you want us to do for you?" "You have already done many good things for me," said Morgan, "and for King Arthur and Camelot. Now I want you to do something good for yourselves. You are going to learn magic." "Oh, wow," said Annie. "Are we going to become magicians? Will you teach us charms and spells?" Morgan laughed. "There is magic that does not need charms or spells," she said. "You'll find a special magic on each of your next 4 adventures." "How?" asked Jack. "A secret rhyme will guide you on each journey," Morgan said. "Here, this is the first." She held up a slip of paper. Annie took the paper from Morgan and read the rhyme aloud. "To find a special magic, you must step into the light, and without wand, spell, or charm, turn daytime into night." "Turn daytime into night?" said Jack. "How can we do that?" Morgan smiled. "That's what you have to find out," she said. Jack had lots of questions, but before he could ask any of them, a flash lit up the treehouse. He closed his eyes against the light. When he opened them, Morgan Le Fay was gone. On the floor where she had stood was a book. "Morgan didn't tell us enough," said Jack. "But she left this research book," said Annie. She picked up the book, "and it'll tell us the first place to go." She held the book up to the gray light at the window. The cover showed a busy river with boats and a bridge. The title was Merry Old England. "What's old mean?" asked Annie. "I think that's the old way of spelling old," said Jack. "You say it the same." "So we're going to merry old England to find magic?" said Annie. "That sounds fun. I'm ready." "I guess I'm ready," said Jack. He still wished they'd gotten more information from Morgan, but he pointed at the cover of the research book. "I wish we could go there," he said. The wind started to blow, the treehouse started to spin, and the wind blew harder and harder. Then everything was still. Absolutely still. Chapter 2, London Bridge. Warm daylight flooded into the treehouse. Jack opened his eyes. Annie was wearing a long dress with an apron, and Jack was wearing a shirt with puffy sleeves, knee-length pants, and tights. Their shoes were leather slippers, and Jack's backpack was now a leather bag. "These clothes are weird," said Jack. His voice was nearly drowned out by the sound of thundering wagon wheels coming from below. "What's going on?" said Annie. She and Jack looked out. The treehouse had landed in a patch of trees near a wide brown river. Wagons, carts, and people were headed toward the river. Ferry boats, sailing ships, and white swans glided across the water. "Wow, it's so busy," said Annie. Jack opened their research book and read, "In 1600, over 100,000 people lived in London, England. At that time, England was ruled by Queen Elizabeth I. She was much loved by her people." "A queen? Cool," said Annie. And here's a picture of their little town that they're in. Jack took out his notebook and wrote, "London, 1600, Queen Elizabeth I. "I've never seen a bridge like that," said Annie, looking to the left. Jack looked with her. A giant stone bridge crossed the river. The bridge looked like a small town. It was crowded with houses, shops, and even a church. Jack found a picture of the bridge in their research book. He read aloud, "At the heart of London was London Bridge. The bridge crossed the Thames, that's how they say it, river, at different times in history. The bridge fell down, but it was always built again." "Oh, wow," said Annie. "That must be where the song comes from." She sang, "London Bridge is falling down, falling down." While Annie sang, Jack took out his notebook and wrote, "London Bridge crosses Thames, river crowded with stones and houses." "Let's go look for the magic," said Annie. She read Morgan's note again. "To find a special magic, you must step into the light, and without wand, spell, or charm, turn daytime into night." Jack squinted up at the sky. It was very blue, without even a cloud. "It's just not possible," he said, shaking his head. But he threw the research book and his notebook into his leather bag. Then he followed Annie down the rope ladder. When they reached the ground, they started walking toward the river. "P.U.," Annie said, holding her nose. "This river smells terrible." No one else seemed to mind the smell, though. People were cheerfully piling into ferry boats or heading for the bridge. They all seemed happy, as if they were going someplace fun. A group of ragged boys brushed past Jack and Annie. They were about 12 or 13 years old. They were laughing and out of breath. "Hurry, we'll be late," one shouted. The boys ran toward the stone gateway leading onto the bridge. "Late for what?" said Annie. "What's on the other side of that bridge? Why are they in such a hurry to get there?" "I don't know," said Jack. He pulled out their research book. "I'll see what the book says." "No, let's just go or we'll be late," said Annie. She took off running. Okay," said Jack. He put away the book and ran after her toward London Bridge. Okay, I will stop on chapter 3 and we'll pick up where we left off in my next video. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Bye!